Hello, this is Zeke777, and welcome to episode 45 of Simply Magic 2. We've got a lot to do today, so let's go ahead and let's dig in. The main thing on the agenda today is blood magic. So we've got our nice little altar set up here. It's been serving us quite fine for quite a while now, actually. But there is a couple things that we can do to make it even better. So if we look down here, we have a number of witches. And they're all just kind of hanging out here. Now you'll notice there's only these witches. It's not constantly spawning more. We've got a tier 4 spawner here. We should be able to get quite a lot more witches. The problem is that they're all within the spawning area. So basically, once it's detected, hey, I've got this many witches that are kind of near me, it'll stop spawning. So let's change that. So for the most part, it may appear that this is actually working pretty much fine. It's completely filled up the orb, and the altar's just kind of sitting here full. But the problem is when I'm actually over at the water area there, when that's loaded, then it's actually actively draining quite a lot of blood at a time. In fact, it's not able to keep up. So we're going to move our spawner above, I think. I need to figure out what I'm going to do. So the plan is I want it to be elsewhere. I want it to be probably above, because that way I can have them still fall down to where they are. Now, there's a couple things. This guy here, so this is for the, if I look at blood, we go here, we have the crystal clusters. Clicking, hit R, same with this one, nothing. We don't actually have that in this version, which is kind of a shame, but it means that I don't actually need my altar area this big. These 4 towers are really pretty much just for show, and not even that good because they're just wood on top. So, that means that this entire outside area is pretty much just free real estate. So I think what we're going to do is if we, let's see, where's center? Center's here. If we break this, what have we got? So I believe that the wall that they're there behind, I believe that area there is pretty much as far as they can go away. In fact, let me double check that. If I steal one, how about you? If I place you in here, you do still get damaged. Okay. So that being the case, if I simply move these a bit, let me clear out a little area. We're gonna lower the volume here a little bit. I don't know if it's yeah, it's still pretty loud. Anyway, so we got this cleared out. Break this a little bit. It's actually taking a little bit longer to break than I thought it would. So what is my plan? My plan is I'm just gonna see what happens if I go like this. If I just make a little walled off area. In fact, I don't even need it all the way walled off. I'm just gonna do it like this. You and you. So fill you in here. Just want to be able to see that. If I just drop something straight down here, it should be good. I think that'll work. Should really get one of those flowers that makes them just shut up. So if we place you back here, you're just gonna sit there, which is cool. Now, this being the version of Minecraft that I'm currently running, being 1.10.2, I don't have mob cramming as a thing. So that's not where I put you. Go in here. There we go. So since mob cramming isn't a thing, I'm just gonna have them pile into this hole. I think that'll work. So that is step 1. We've got a place to put them. Now we need a place to spawn them. There we go. I've taken out the rest of the iron bar areas that I had. I had a couple of these set up before for when I was thinking of just having them stuck here, but they despawned anyway. So I've cleaned that up, filled those in with dirt, and I've got a nice little area here, except for this corner. You need to go away. You need to be living rock. There we go. So I've got a nice little pit in here. Looks nice and pretty for them, so they have somewhere comfortable to stay. And from the top, I've got pretty much the same type of area. It's coming up as pillars here. I haven't really decided what I want it to look like, but for now, I think it'll work. I do want to be able to see them falling into their death. I think it adds to the aesthetic of a blood magic altar. So I've got one set up, and I think I'll just do one on either side. I think that'll work. Alrighty, well, we're definitely going to need some sort of color in here, but for now I'm just going to keep building with the living rock. We've got 2 towers here. This one goes down as well. Have a nice little place for them to hang out down there as well. So let's figure out what we want the top part of this to look like. Now this height here is kind of just arbitrary. I just picked it because it was higher than everything else. But I do want there to be like some room to hang out down here. So I definitely do want that higher. I'm not really sure how big of an area I need up top. So down below here, I think this row right here of the, what is that, I can't remember the name of this, blank runes. This row of the runes, I think that's only about as far out as they will actually spawn. So I think we can use that as a guide for up top here. So what I've done is I put one block here at a mostly arbitrary height, mostly because if I stand on this thing, I can hop up here. That's pretty much the only way I decided that. But I figure if that is the bottom of the area, that there'll be plenty of room down below here, and I think that'll work. So we've got that here. If we go up, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. The thing I can do is that top one there, if I place the spawner this side of it, maybe leave a little gap above there as well, then I shouldn't have any that are spawning outside this area. Now, I need to go out. If I looked at the red here, that is only 3 blocks. Interesting. 1, 2, 3. You know, let's go out one more just to be sure here. Now, this I'm not actually going to use the living rock for. I'm just using it because it's a block I have in my inventory. I want something clear. I think that it's not affected by the light level, so I could do mana glass. Yeah, let's do mana glass. Let me put an outline in here. We have our outline here, and I decided to go with elf glass instead of mana glass. No real reason other than I think that the color goes better with the living rock, and I mean it's all from the same mod, so it probably all goes together anyway, but whatever. Let's fill this area in here. Now you'll notice I have 2 little things sticking off the sides. I've got this one over here and one over here. So the way I'm going to be doing this isn't with water. I was thinking water streams, but instead what I'm going to do is an alchemy array from Blood Magic. There's the, I believe it's called the attractor one, and what you can do is I think it's just a couple pieces of like rotten flesh or something, but basically it'll just draw mobs towards it. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to have that floating here in the middle, and I'll have to put a little bit of a pathway here maybe. Maybe it'll be nice to give them a pathway to their death. I think that'll work. If we do like this, it gives me a nice outline. I think that'll work. And then I can just put the attractor array right here, and they'll just walk right off the edge. So let me fill in the rest of this. Alrighty, we're making progress here. So I think I may actually run into an issue with this. So I know after a certain distance that mobs will stop, their AI will just stop, they'll stop moving and all that. If that is the case, then what we're going to probably have to do is force them to move, although I'm not sure if water would also no longer work to move them. I'm not really sure. We're going to try it out. The plan is basically that I'll be able to just get a whole bunch of witches stuck down there anyway, and then it doesn't matter if I go away. So hopefully that will work just fine, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, and I'm thinking I'm going to leave this mostly open. I do want to put something like a roof or something on it just to make it look more complete, maybe a tower. Kind of continues the pyramid shape. I think that'll work. Yeah, well, let's play around with that. I put in a little bit of fencing here with the more iron bars, and you can see I've also moved in my spawner, and I've got a couple of these little arrays. Now it's basically just plop down your alchemical dust here, or arcane ashes I guess, in 2 pieces of rotten flesh. And yeah, you'll notice that they're all kind of gathered up there. They don't willingly walk off the edge, however they do get pushed off, so it still works. Down below there, you see I've got quite a lot of them stuck down there. And if you look carefully, it's kind of hard to see, only half of them are getting damaged, which is kind of a little bit of an issue. Also, apparently they are able to escape, so that's potentially an issue. You guys can come over here and get hit by the altar. Anyway, yeah, so that's the thing. Another thing is, you'll notice I'm kind of keeping my distance here. My frame rate goes to nothing. Because as it turns out, having, let's see if I hit F3, we've got 176 entities in front of me there, which are all getting hit. Or I guess half of them are getting hit because they're outside the range. Yeah, it works. That's a good thing. It works. The bad thing is they do just kind of keep coming. I hadn't really thought that through. And as far as I know, this version of the spawner does not get affected by redstone. So there's that. But like I said, it does work. So I think I'm going to call this done-ish for a little bit. And I can at least get back to work on building. So here in our mob spawning area, we've got, like I said, we've got the poison stuff down there. Kills them off pretty quickly, even if they're wearing armor, which is pretty cool, because I think I still get armor drops eventually sometimes. Getting lots of V crystals, which is kind of cool. Gonna hopefully get quite a lot of aqua because there are the guardians that will fall down as well as squid, which is pretty cool. Let's go outside. So this branch here, my plan for this is to be a inventory storage area. So right now I'm just kind of putting everything into that chest, and then these spawner areas, the spirit furnaces, are just kind of filling up their own chests. So what we're going to probably set it up to be is a storage drawer network, that everything will just kind of get stored where it should be, and all that. But first we have to actually make this area. So let's go outside here. We'll just lay it out a little bit. My plan is to kind of have this be a balcony type area, and then have a big kind of cavernous area cut out there. These guardians are getting really annoying. I think I might also do another, was it from Ars Magica? There's the mob killer thing that gets you power. I might put one of those in here as well, just outside, and they'll just constantly be killing these guardians, which will kind of save me a hassle as well as get me some nice energy because I'll need that for repairing stuff. So let's go ahead and build a little bit more here. So the plan is we're going to use probably lots of the, what is this, anaglass, alpha glass? Alpha glass. We're going to use some of this stuff here and use this as kind of a dome. That's kind of the plan. So that gets me a 2 high. You know, we're going to want that to be 3 high, I think. Keep our flight going just because. And let's break you to get some air as well. Yep, there we go. Refresh that. Let's see, we need glass here and here. Now for now, I'm just going to go with just straight up glass, and I'm probably going to add in like reinforcing stuff to make it look nicer. But for now, I just want to get a nice little dome built up. So I've got, like I said, we're going to have balcony there, big area carved out in this area, which will kind of drop down a level or so. And then that's where the actual storage is going to be. So this will give me a nice little way that I can sit here, I can oversee my storage, as well as be able to look outside. So let me build some more. Yeah, building. I have to say it's really nice with the absorption stuff I've got on for my runic shielding. Yeah, I ran out of breath, so I'm just kind of sitting here. It's taking hits, but it's not really doing anything, so no big deal there. So we're going to just keep kind of building along here. We're going to build up a bit, and I didn't actually make a plan for this. I was actually, normally when I build, I'll build something in like paint first, just kind of draw out the general shape, and pretty much I'm just doing this one live, just kind of building it. Like I said, don't really have much of a plan. Roughly dome shape. But other than that, not much. Keep our flight going. Let's see, we've got that. Okay. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to just kind of fill this part off. And now I'm going to fill this in and cut it all out so that I have some air in here. Okay, so we dug that out, and we've got a nice little place here. And it's finally not flooding here. So let's open up the wall again. There we go. We got a nice little water wall. And we're going to kind of keep building. Who invited you? Go away. Go away. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of coming along. We can see our guardians outside there. I'm going to have probably more of this raw stone here, but I ran out, I think, of one. Okay, well, that'll at least free one inventory spot. Cool. Yeah, it's coming along. It is kind of difficult to actually see where the water is and where the glass is. It's kind of an issue with this, but it is fairly clean, and I think I'll be able to clean it up more once I've got it actually built up, because then I can just go outside and look at it. It's kind of weird, the bubble lets you see through it. It's kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, we've got this, so let's figure out what we want for outside here. So let's fly, kill off all our guardians, lots of guardians. Yeah, definitely gonna use the something to kill off these guys, so I don't have to worry about this every time I go outside. But yeah, so we've got this here. Let's figure out a nice little area to actually place this. I want it to be bigger. I want it to be fairly big. So let's just start placing down blocks and see where we get. For now, let's just start with a square, and we'll kind of round it out a little bit later. We went out 4 here, so let's go 4 on this side as well. Right, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Was that what I did? 4 is in line with the glass. Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay. 1, 3, 4 after that. I can count. 4 over here. And let's go about as far as we did before. You'll notice I'm kind of just ignoring the guardians. They don't actually hurt me. Pretty much nothing does at this point in the game, which is, you know, always fun. Let's light this up a little bit. Do I have another sea lantern on me? Yes. So, sea lantern there. And we'll just keep building. Ignore the guardians, ignore the drowning, doesn't really matter. I think I will probably outline this with the glowstone again, just to keep the colors all together. But I might use more of this sea lantern as well. It's a nice color, it's nice and blue, and I'm kind of keeping blue theme here. So we've got that. Is that big enough? So if we go inside here, and we look out at our landscape, is that enough? I think that might be big enough. Yeah, I think that'll be big enough. Let me put a dome over this. It's actually a little bit easier to work with the mana glass, or elf glass, whatever, when we're outside the water, because I can actually see nice solid edges then. So it's a little bit easier to actually be building this way. Guardians, still annoying. We are going to have to deal with that. I keep saying that. Yeah, so I just went with a up one and then in at a regular like 45-degree angle, but I think this top one I might just do all at this level. Let's see what that looks like if I just go like just straight across here. Really? Ran out of mana glass. I'll steal some from here, since you are not needed anymore. Let's see. If I go straight across, and actually, you know what I'm going to do? Instead of doing that straight across, I might do something like a support beam type thing. Maybe. We'll see. Then I'll go up one higher. I think that'll work. Just came back from base, got some more mana glass, as well as a bunch of leaves. So one thing I've heard for trying to clear out lots of water is to just fill it up with leaves and burn the whole thing. So we're going to try that. It'll probably end in tears, of course, but we'll at least see how it works. Might be fun. Might crash my computer, but we will see. So let's finish off the roof on this. Almost. There. And last one. So I believe that's all I've got for openings. You're closed up. Okay, so let's fill this in with leaves. Well, I'm not quite sure how, but I apparently ran out of leaves. So let's steal a few more oak leaves here just to kickstart that system again. How are you guys doing? You've got more witches spilling out. Probably nothing to worry about. Okay, so let's go back here and kickstart that system. Or maybe it'll freeze. We'll be back. There we go. Never mind, we're here. Cool, so let's fly down here. And apparently my computer does not like when I go over there. I might have to adjust that spawner system, but we'll see. We'll finish building this first. You come down here, and you should have leaves. So if I toss you in, fact, let's take a few of them. I guess they're actually going to go back to my inventory anyway. Yeah, let's take this and just do it directly. Because either way, it'll go back into inventory, and so that's all fine. Not the most efficient system, and it is a little slow. It's actually, why is it? Oh, because it lost the link. That's why it's not working too well. Toss you in. Get us a lot of these. Yep, we're gonna dupe up some more of these. I've relinked up the system to the Ars Magica stuff came unlinked, so it wasn't able to transfer as fast, which I think is why this ran out in the first place. But that hooked it all up, so it should be going much faster now. So let's get back to building. Alright, we've got our last couple pieces of leaves here. Is that enough? You good? Going away? Okay. So with any luck, that should be all of them. So flint and steel. Let's do this. 1, 2. This should start going pretty quick, because leaves do burn pretty quickly. Kind of interesting to see how this will actually work. I should have done this in a time lapse though. Nah, it's good. So that's going to just slowly burn. You know what? I don't like slow. Torch the whole place. You guys do. And you. So that should go a little bit quicker. Maybe. Still really slow. I could turn the random tick speed. But, Can we dig through here and burn it more from the inside? Yeah, it's working. It's working. It's not the fastest thing. I was kind of hoping it'd be a little bit quicker, but I guess it is leaves and all. They don't burn that quickly. But, yeah, it's coming. There we go. Actually starting to clear out now. A couple of them are left behind, but let's get rid of those by hand. Are we to the other wall yet? We, I think, are. So that's cleared that up pretty nicely, actually. One thing I see looking at this is I want to clear this one out, because I do want the edge, I think, here. So let's break these ones. And from that, we're going to want some sort of support going up here as well. So I think, or I guess I could do it maybe in line with that. Would that work? Yeah, that'll work. Let's grab our rocks here. What are these called? Prismarine blocks, yes. You know, I want this to be on the outside. But either way, the leaves are almost burnt away entirely, which has revealed this lovely little area we've got. And now to dig out as well. Oh, I apparently missed a couple spots here. Either that or I left a hole in the ceiling. You know what? I think I left a hole. Yep. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. 3 blocks. And let's go down here to place the last one. Block you off. That should be all. You're going to go away now. And it didn't put out all the fire, just most of it. But yeah, that worked out pretty nicely. We're just going to break out the rest of this here. Because no use waiting for that. It probably would have been faster just to dig that out anyway, because things like gravel here breaks instantly, and I think the leaves do too. But that did work. We've got a nice little area. And I need to figure out how deep I want this to go. I think if I go from here and go down 3. 2, 3. Is that 3? That's 4. Let's clear a bit of this. This is mostly gravel down here, except for the rock on top. But I think 3, if not 4 blocks down. So the haste beacon thingy here might have been a little bit much. That didn't take too long to clear out. But I like how this is turning out. So let me go ahead and grab, I don't need any more gravel. We can throw that back to base. Gravel, 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 gravel. Lots of gravel. Let's grab a bit of dark prismarine. And I think what I might do is around the edges have a nice little walkway. So just like a 2-wide thing. And I'll probably use some of the will stone as well for that. But I just want to see what this will look like if I put a walkway. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that, if I'm up here, is that going to be an issue? Probably not. Because this way I can walk around the edges, I can still look outside, because I mean we are underwater, so we do want to actually make that, you know, visible and noticeable that we are out in the water. Yeah, I think that's going to work. We'll fill this in the rest of the way here a little bit. 2, 3, 1, 2, missed. Now for the actual storage here, I'm not quite sure how to do that. So I was thinking storage drawers, and what I can still do storage drawers, but if I do that, it'll be kind of around this area here. Obviously, when we see lanterns, it'll be drawers. I also want to figure out if I want that to be like a framed drawer where I can make it look like a block. I might do that so I can have it blend in here as well. But yeah, that's an idea. I might, you know, I might just have it all below here, nothing up above, and then put some stairs in. Probably, maybe down the middle here. If I do something like that. Let's take some prismarine just to kind of outline it. We'll replace this one. I don't know if I can leave a block, if I have to leave a block, or if I can do that without leaving a block, because the incense is sitting on top of this. It might break it, and I kind of don't want to accidentally break it. But let's just see what this looks like. Now, I'll probably do this as actual stairs, kind of like the main storage back at the base. In fact, I'll probably go out one more. There, there. And over here as well. How does that look? That might work. I could use the platforms mod, maybe make a railing. Although, generally I'm just going to jump down here anyway. Here's a thought. Do I want... Ran out of prismarine. Use this guy here instead. Or we can break out this. So one thing that I should point out is this prismarine here, if I hit recipe on that, it takes 9 prismarine shards, whereas this prismarine takes only 4. But with the magic chisel, you can make the one from 4 and just turn it into the one from 9. So it makes it a little bit more efficient for crafting those, but a little cheaty. Still kind of works. How about that? Do you work? Now, this is going to be a block here, but I think that'll work. Yeah. We have cleared out the area. We've got a bit of prettied up the floor a little bit, and let's go ahead and pop inside. So I made a small little area here. I'm not really sure if this is going to be permanent or temporary. I do want some way to access this area from the outside and also access the outside from the inside. But here's what we've got. We've got here a nice little walkway area, and our drawer controller goes here. So what I'm going to have to do is probably behind this and under it. Let me break you. If I break you, that's going to drop down. Does that matter? No, it doesn't. So what we're going to have to do is clear out this. Any water? No? Okay. That is now accessible because what we're going to have to do is we need to be able to get some automation in here. So let's go ahead and dig this direction. And we're just going to use these lights here. Now this is where our stairs are, so if we go off to the side, right here, gets us out. Okay, so I haven't really decided what I want this area to look like. I think maybe I'll just do like a 2 wide little gap here and have this be stairs to go down, probably from this direction. So I don't have any prismarine on me. Got dark prismarine, that'll work. So break you, prismarine, prismarine, prismarine. And let's just dig down a little bit more. Get this the width of the stairs so I can walk underneath it. And I think that will kind of work. Not going to be too pretty down here. This is pretty much just a maintenance access. But let's clear out this. So we've got a 3 high walkway, just enough to not feel like I'm hitting my head. And right up here is our drawer controller. So that way I can bind things to it and be able to just have general maintenance down here. So let's finish clearing this. Pick you, and turn you into prismarine. Okay. Let's fill in the rest with gravel just because. And we do have a cave system down here. So I actually found this cave when I was when I first found this area. Big open area. I lit up, I think, all of it. But let's... It exists. When I was clearing this area out, I actually heard a bunch of bats tweeting, which is kind of weird. But yes, bats tweet. This is Minecraft. But do I want this? No, we'll replace you again. This one, this would be blue, so this one gets blue. And you get a light blue. So it just matches from this side. And I think I might have 2 stairs going down, or maybe just the one. I'm not entirely sure. And let's get a prismarine. There we go. So there, we've got maintenance access. We can get down here. We can get back to here because I don't plan on having anything visible in this. It's just going to be a wall of drawers going along here. I haven't decided what I want the drawers to look like though. I made a couple storage drawers, and I have to say I'm not really happy with them. I think these ones wouldn't be too bad, but this one, it's essentially going to be just a wall of sea lanterns if I do that, which I don't really want. But I think this one might work because it has a bit more of the blue in there to break it up. But I only had 1 framed drawer to do that with. But that is kind of the plan for this area. It's going to be just a wall of storage drawers. That's going to go into, there's going to be filtering on it, of course. Everything is going to be locked and probably have lots of expansion in this because, well, I mean, we're going to have a lot of the prismarine. Probably no blocks I'm going to have stored here. Maybe a couple. But just lots of prismarine is going to be stacked up, of course. And really any of the drops from whatever I decide to put in here. So I'm thinking I'm going to put all of my spirit furnaces that I have, which is currently 3. I think I'm going to put those just all around the edge here. If I need more, I can always make another layer further down. I'm going to probably clean that up a little bit. I'd like it to cover the whole area, because right now things kind of walk around the edges until they walk in. But that is the plan. Yeah, I don't want light on you. I was going to put light there. But that's the plan. We're going to kind of do some of that off camera. But I think for now, we're going to call this for an episode. It's kind of a shorter one, but we did get quite a lot done here. We've got this nice area built up. We've got storage set up. We just need to now fill it in. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.